On Halloween night, magic is supposed to be fun, harmless, innocent. But in this story, one magician turns every trick into a nightmare. Tonight, we're diving into a chilling tale where illusions become deadly. A cursed jester hunts for souls, and a lonely girl is pushed into a fate darker than death itself. This is the terrifying story of Jester, a Halloween legend you'll never forget. The movie begins at a bustling Halloween party, where Eric is busy trying to show off in front of his friends. At that moment, a young man pulls up in a flashy, luxurious car, instantly becoming the center of attention. Feeling defeated and embarrassed, Eric slips away from the party and wanders down a forest path, where he unexpectedly spots a wooden box lying on the ground. From within that box, a jester climbs out. He tries to remove the mask on his face, but it refuses to come off, as if it has fused into his skin. When he forcefully peels parts of it away, his face underneath appears bruised, damaged, and painfully wounded. The jester silently trails Eric back to the party and decides to perform his trick on the heartbroken boy. He drapes a cloth over Eric and makes him vanish. Everyone applauds, believing it to be a fun Halloween stunt. But no one realizes Eric is truly gone. Meanwhile, Eric's friend, blindfolded, is supposed to open a surprise box. The crowd suddenly warns her not to continue, but in her excitement, she ignores all their shouts. Believing there's something inside meant to scare her, she keeps swinging the bat again and again, until she unknowingly kills Eric. The jester had hidden Eric inside the wooden box, and now Eric lies dead. Chaos erupts instantly. People scream, panic floods the party, and everyone runs in terror. But the jester remains completely calm. Smiling and laughing softly, he strolls out of the place. Next, we're introduced to Max, the main character of the film. Poor Max doesn't have any friends, which is why she's at home preparing for Halloween alone. She is actually a talented young magician. She knows several impressive tricks and wants to visit her neighbors with her younger sister to perform them and collect candy. But her mother tells her, "Max, you're too old for this now. You should be out making friends and enjoying a party." Her sister leaves, and Max doesn't want to stay home alone either, so she takes her bicycle and rides out. Elsewhere, the jester is seen again, this time performing for a man he has already captured. The man is handcuffed, trembling with fear, clearly aware of the kind of horror the jester has planned for him. The jester begins another trick. He starts pulling an endless chain of handkerchiefs from the man's mouth. Eventually, the handkerchiefs get stuck. With one violent tug, the jester rips out a card along with the cloth, tearing open the man's mouth and windpipe, killing him instantly. He then burns the card to ashes using his candle. Max arrives at a restaurant, where people mock her costume and laugh at her. She quietly sits, trying to ignore their cruelty, when suddenly, the jester appears and takes a seat in front of her. He behaves oddly friendly, showing her a magic trick. But before he can finish, Max excitedly interrupts, saying, "Wait, I know how this ends." She snatches the card from his hand and performs the trick herself, fooling the jester. Humiliated, the jester becomes angry and abruptly leaves. Max feels upset that he walked away. When she goes outside, she discovers that a boy has punctured her bicycle tire while doing a challenge with his friends. Frustrated, she throws her magician's hat into a dustbin. Meanwhile, the jester is shown sleeping on a bench when three friends approach and prank him. The jester stands up and tries to show them a card trick, but something unusual happens. He keeps failing the trick. He tries a fourth time, yet still can't guess any card correctly. The kids laugh, assuming he's a fool, and begin to walk away. But suddenly the jester attacks. He viciously stabs the two boys, killing them instantly, while the terrified girl manages to flee. As usual, he attempts to burn his cards afterward. But this time the cards refuse to burn, as though his murders didn't count, and his purpose remains unfulfilled. Max then goes to visit her elderly friend Willie, the person who originally taught her magic. She tells him, "I don't understand why I'm like this. I don't hurt anyone, I try hard, but people still don't like me. Even my tricks fail." Willie gently explains that her tricks don't work because she lacks confidence. "Real magic isn't in the tricks I taught you. The real magic is within you, how confidently you perform and make others believe." He shows her a magic wand. To ordinary kids, this is just a stick, but in your hands, it becomes real magic. As he's speaking, Max secretly tricks him with another move, making him laugh warmly. His words restore her confidence. As Max leaves, she accidentally bumps into the jester. Seeing she no longer has her hat, the jester places his own cap gently on her head. He asks why she looks upset, and Max tells him everything. The jester then visits the hotel and performs a humiliating trick on the boy who punctured Max's bicycle, magically pulling the boy's pants off in front of everyone, causing laughter all around. He returns to Max and asks if she wants to go trick-or-treating together. Their first stop is a woman's house. This time, the jester encourages Max to perform the trick. Max succeeds brilliantly, The woman is fooled and thrilled. Before the jester can even say anything, the woman leaves happily. Then the jester performs his own trick. He touches her face with his wand. A new layer of skin forms over her face, blocking her breathing. She suffocates in agony while Max watches in horror. Terrified, Max runs away. Behind her, the jester strikes a card with his candle and notices it finally burns, meaning this kill counted. He becomes ecstatic. Max races home on her bicycle, but the jester suddenly appears and grabs her. She abandons her bike and runs to a man for help, but the jester drops the man's daughter, forcing him to turn back, giving Jester a chance to catch Max again. Gasping and terrified, Max tries to use her inhaler, but the jester snatches it. She hides under a bin, but her heavy breathing gives her away. The jester drags her out and takes her back to the same party venue where Eric died. Max sees Eric's lifeless body hanging, increasing her terror. Unable to escape, she asks the jester what's going on. He cannot speak, so Max uses a Ouija board to communicate. The board spells out, "I don't want to kill you, Max. I need you." He then summons Eric's corpse and speaks through it. He explains that, like Max, people never loved him either. "One day, Death himself came for me, but I tricked him, and he spared my soul. In return, he gave me a task. Every Halloween, I must deceive 4 people with my tricks and offer their souls before my candle burns out." Eric moves closer to Max as the jester continues. "I've been doing this for years, but today you defeated me. Your trick beat mine. Because of that, my magic no longer works. Now I need your help. You must perform the final trick and kill the last victim." Max refuses, horrified, but Jester warns, "If you don't help me, I'll burn to death and the curse will pass to you." Cornered, Max reluctantly agrees, secretly taking Eric's phone from his pocket. She chooses the boy who punctured her bike as the target. He sits alone, looking regretful. Before she can trick him, he apologizes sincerely. "I shouldn't have done that. I only wanted to impress some girls. I messed up, and someone made fun of me because of it." Moved by his honesty, Max decides not to harm him, but the boy grabs the card from her hand and completes the trick himself. Just then, the jester appears to kill him. Max yells, "Stop! Don't kill him!" But the boy rushes at the jester, angry and wanting revenge. Ignoring Max, the jester strangles the boy with his coat, then reaches inside his mouth and kills him brutally. Max pretends to throw up and runs off with the hidden phone, intending to call emergency services. But the jester, disguised in a coat, follows her. Soon after, the police arrive. They ask, "Who has the phone?" Max reveals it, and Jester realizes she tricked him. The police arrest him, but he escapes by magically unlocking his cuffs and locking a policeman with them instead. He cuts off his own hands, killing the policeman in agony. Another officer shoots him, but the jester cannot die because of his pact with death. He attacks the officer, giving Max a chance to run. She meets a man and begs for help. He lets her into his car, but midway, Max realizes he has bad intentions. Before he can harm her, the jester arrives, drags the man out, and kills him violently, blood smearing across the car window. Max panics. Jester pulls her out of the car, but she collapses with an asthma attack. Seeing her inhaler broken, he picks her up and takes her to a fire station for help. As soon as the firefighters stabilize Max, the jester murders them all. Max hides under a truck, but he pulls her out again, showing her his candle, reminding her that their task isn't done. Max refuses to continue and tricks him, escaping home. Her mother scolds her for being late, but Max says nothing, simply hugging her as if seeing her after a long time. When Max goes upstairs to see her sister, she finds the jester waiting in the room. Horrified, she screams for her mother, but the jester has already killed her. He drags her mother's body inside and speaks through it, warning Max that if she doesn't cooperate, he will kill her sister too. With no choice, Max accepts. But she has a plan. She chooses the hotel waiter who mocked her earlier. They stop him on his way home, and Max begins the trick. But in reality, she's tricking the jester, not the waiter. When the trick ends, she pulls out the final card and says, "The last soul this year will be yours." Enraged, the jester attacks. He skins the waiter's face in rage. But now the jester himself begins burning. Even as he dies, he finds no release. He stabs Max in the leg. She pulls the knife out and crawls to the waiter, cutting the skin so he can breathe. But the dying jester grabs her again, trying to choke her, until Max stabs him in the eye with his own magic wand, setting him ablaze and killing him completely. Only the jester's hat remains. Soon, the police seal the entire crime scene. Willie arrives after hearing the news. Max hugs him tightly and whispers, "I did the trick. I did the trick." Then she adds quietly, "Now 4 tricks and 4 souls every year," meaning the curse has passed to her, and she must now deliver 4 souls to death every Halloween. With this chilling revelation, the movie concludes. And that's how a simple Halloween night twisted into a horrifying cycle of curses, death, and dark magic. Max may have survived, but she didn't escape. Now the burden of 4 souls every year rests on her shoulders, and the Jester's legacy lives on through her. If you enjoyed this explanation and want more spine-chilling movie breakdowns, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, stay safe and beware of the tricks hiding behind every smile.